how many chances can Barcelona truly miss and still beat the team by 2 goals? Elche got put in the bag today. Barcelona 3, Elche 1. And Barcelona could have scored maybe 7 goals today. I am not lying. Especially like Ferran Torres, Fermin Lopez, even Olmo. Even guys like Rashford had chances, even though he scored. Oh my goodness, Barcelona was so wasteful today. But before we even begin, from the first minute, I knew. Okay, the game just looked cooked for Elche. And the biggest culprit of this is the manager, bro. Eder Sarabia. I respect it, you know. I respect your style, buddy. I like how you play with Elche. But it may be, you know, against Barcelona, who play your style, but they do it 10 million times better than you. Maybe just a little bit. Go back a little bit. Press a little bit less, okay? Spend a little bit less time on the ball. Because that is what killed Elche today. Shout out to Barcelona, especially Frankie de Jong and Lamine Yamal. Because today, without Lamine Yamal, I genuinely think you don't get those 2 goals and you will suffer against Elche. Because that third goal, even though we will get to it, I do think it's a bit controversial because I do think Elche should have gotten a corner. That goal is all Lamine Yamal. Nothing from Rashford. That brother almost missed it as well. But before we get into that, of course, let's talk about the first half. As I said now, Elche's game plan completely wrong. The manager got it completely wrong. And these 3 center-backs are shite. Yeah? John Donald, my brother, retired from football at 25. You are cheeks. And Pedrosa as well. He had the least touches, but I remember every single touch he had because it was ass. I should genuinely put boot to ass, you know. I should boot him right now. I just don't have the energy for the Barca game anymore. But once again, they go there and they win 3-1 in a tough game against Elche. Because genuinely, they tried to play Barcelona at their own game. High line, press them, play quick with the ball, you know, slow touches and this and that. And spend a lot of the time on the ball. Elche, this ain't your game against Barca, bro. I understand it works against Espanyol. It works against Flippin', I don't know, Oviedo and Girona, bro. What do you mean you will play this game against Barcelona? First half, it may have worked, but you survived the first half, on the fact that they couldn't finish, bro. Expected goals, 4.4. 4.4 in 45 minutes. And the chances they have missed, oh my goodness. From the first 5 minutes, I could tell Elche had so many mistakes. They seemed nervous. Like, first 5 minutes, I already knew Elche wasn't on it technically that day. They weren't too nervous to play their own style, but they kept doing it. 1-0, Lamine Yamal. Easy goal for Barcelona. Olmo, really good pass. Lamine Yamal takes it around the goalkeeper. Iñaki Peña, what the hell are you doing, bro? Please come out, man. Like, please. We Madrid fans are waiting for you to come out. But I don't know, man. Today he seemed like he was doing it for Barca, bro. Especially in that first half. Him off the line today. He genuinely wasn't it, in my opinion, bro. But Olmo, great pass and a great goal from Lamine Yamal. And as I said before, for me, Lamine Yamal, rightfully so, the MVP. He even did, of course, the flippin' Neymar celebration today. And this brother actually played like... Brother, I have to respect when I see greatness. And that brother is great. If he could finish, yeah? That's the only thing he's missing. Neymar is still miles ahead of him. If he could finish, I could see the resemblance 100%. Now it's like 80-85. Because Lamine Yamal finishing, oh my goodness. That brother can finish the same as me. We would have the same stats on FIFA when it comes to shooting, bro. Because if you get that shooting right, Lamine, yo, get ready, man. Get ready. That's crazy. But nonetheless, today he didn't need shooting. How about that, bro? He takes it around the goalkeeper, as I said. Easy goal for them. And Elche, once again, only started to perform after Lamine Yamal scored. And I was already saying to myself, is it too late now? They let them score. They already have to get back to the game. They are not going to be winning if they score 1 goal. And that's exactly what happened. Barcelona was destroying Elche. They were playing too risky, too slow, as I said before, and Elche kept doing it, but they slowly got back into the game. Once again, bro, I'm gonna say it. Barcelona, please stop overrating Fermin Lopez and Dani Olmo. Even though Dani Olmo had a good game today, he still, in my opinion, should have had at least one goal. He can't finish. Is he a 10? Is he an 8? As an 8, I rate him highly today. I underrate maybe Olmo, I could say. I am a bit of a hater for Dani Olmo. But his playmaking today, those crosses to Rafinha, that pass especially to Lamine Yamal, that's all good. That finish to the flipping crossbar, nah. Fermin Lopez. And I was hearing last week, the best number 10 in the world. My brother, I can name you 5 players that are better than this bum that can't finish. He could have had a hat-trick today. And he got substituted in the 85th minute. That's the only thing that I could take from Hansi Flick. Because Hansi Flick, first half, second half, in my opinion, he set up Barcelona perfect. But as I said before, you were so wasteful. And you waited so long until Alvaro Rodriguez made it 1-1. And I was still like, this ain't good enough, bro. This ain't good enough. They kept playing the same style of football, even after it was a draw. Sarabia, my brother, I get it. You wanna, show off your identity. You wanna show off how you wanna play ball. You don't do that at a club like Elche when drawing 1-1 to Barcelona. And once again, they get punished by the guy that's named the Shark and now should be named Nemo, bruv. He is Nemo, finding Dory, finding Nemo, whatever you want to call him. Ferran Torres cannot finish for life, and he's your top scorer. That's the most concerning thing I have ever seen, bro. How are these guys first, and they are playing one of the best attacking footballs, and their best top scorer is fucking Ferran Torres. Oh my goodness. This guy today, I couldn't believe what was happening. And I'm sure Barcelona fans, Fermin and Ferran today, the double F. The double F today, they wasn't on it. Oh my goodness. The chances he was missing. That chance. When was the chance? I think it was like 30th minute, something like that. Oh my God, Ferran Torres. This brother hit the bar, hit the post. He missed the goal. I think he hit the post another time. Oh my goodness. And I can already tell you, Lewandowski was licking his lips. And as we saw in the second half, he came on. Unfortunately, he gets his goal. He still gets his goal. And if he didn't finish that, after that pass, nice pass from Ferran Torres to Frenkie de Jong, really composed from Frenkie, and I already said, this game, fair to your body, fair, and he finally scores 2-1, and after that point, I genuinely said to myself, I couldn't see a possibility of Elche doing this. I couldn't see a possibility of Elche coming back, and I said to myself, yeah, Barcelona is just going to run away with it. They are going to get more clinical in the second half. But if you ask me, they, of course, bring on Rashford for the Rafinha, which he had a really bad game. I do think he was injured. He had so many chances as well that he could have finished, but he either tried to pass it and this and that. He just seemed weird and fair. If he was injured, fair. But second half comes on, and it's just that Rashford substitutions wasn't enough. You had way less chances, still couldn't finish. But once again, Elche, you had that chance. Big miss by Alvaro Rodriguez. They had some chances as well. And even Yamal was looking a little bit worse in the first 15 minutes of the second half. And then came, I think, the best substitutions of the game, which was Olmo off for Marc Bernal and Ferran Torres actually going off and Lewandowski going in, which I think gave you a little bit more composure. Lewandowski was occupying the center backs. Lamine Yamal had even more space, and Rashford for the third goal, as we can talk about later, had so much space as well. It just opened up space, and Elche was getting more and more tired. 62nd minute, I remember it now. Huge chance for Elche once again. That brother, I don't know who it was. It was a substitution in my opinion. Maybe it was Martin Neto. I do think it was. He sat down Eric Garcia. He sat down Kubarsi or Koundé. And then this Adam Boyar missed the goal by like 3 meters from the penalty box. What the hell are you doing? And Elche killed it. It killed them. It killed them. More and more chances coming in. More and more chances. Fresh legs off the bench for Barcelona. Rashford, going behind the defense. Frankie de Jong going behind the defense. They couldn't cope with Barcelona's press and the speed of their attack. And as I said, once again, Barcelona was still wasteful. But then it came. The third goal came. But you let me know if this ain't the corner. Is this a corner? In my opinion, it comes off Eric Garcia. Am I bugging? Bam, bam, bam. Last touch of Eric Garcia. They scored. They scored right after this. Counter-attack. It's not a corner. Counter-attack. Lamine Yamal keeps it in, with a header outside of the throw-in. And just Rashford gets it somehow. Somehow gets it in the goal. 3-1 for Barcelona. I'm not going to be shameful. Because shameless. Because I still think Barcelona would have won even with the corner being taken. But come on, ref. I think it's a clear-cut corner. Maybe I'm bugging. Maybe it jumps off flipping Alvaro here. But in my opinion, it goes Eric Garcia, Alvaro, and then Eric Garcia. Bam, bam. Last touch, Eric Garcia. You can let me know. I'm not trying to be shameless. I think it comes off Eric Garcia. Maybe from a different angle, it touches Alvaro. That's the only angle I've been shown. Because right after, I'm seeing Lamine Yamal go on goal, and they are scoring the third goal. So let me know. Let me know. But yeah, sensational game by Lamine Yamal. As I said before, bro. If you could finish, oh my fucking god, this guy would have been having 50 goals and 40 assists in a season. But he just can't finish. That's his biggest weakness. Unfortunately, bro. I mean, if you're talking about, what can Lamine Yamal really perfect in his game at this age, bro, if it's that finishing and you get it done by, I don't know, 20, 21, because finishing is one of the hardest traits to actually get better at, most of these players that are elite finishers have it in them. They have that killer instinct, They have the technique for it. But, I mean, Lamine Yamal is talented enough to get it down. If he gets it down and he keeps on playing like this, cooking defenders, sensational game. Just sensational. Props to Lamine Yamal. And after the 3-1, I mean, the Elche game, the Elche fans, even the players, they were just slowing down. It just killed off the game. It just killed off the game. And I'm saying, this game could have been 7, maybe 8-1. They had so many chances if you just look at it. All game, 6 expected goals, 30 shots, 8 on target, 10 big chances. I mean, this is the scariest part about Barcelona. If they actually get a striker, Real Madrid, if you're going to say one more time that we don't need signings, I am going to go to Spain and I'm going to spank up Florentino Perez and whoever is fucking making these decisions with the scouting stuff and this and that, bro. Because, oh my goodness, if they get a proper number 9, they could have won today by 7 to 6 goals. Honestly, they could have done that. Once again, I think Balde and Koundé, one of the main culprits of you not doing as well as last season, actually performed quite well today. Koundé still not the best performance, but Balde, this was, I think, one of his best games this season. It actually speaks volumes because he was good, but he wasn't sensational, but it was a good game from him. And yeah, as I said, Hansi Flick set up the team perfectly. They had the perfect idea in mind. Elche is gonna play our game, we just have to be better. If you clashed two teams that play the same game, and one of the teams has a significant less of a probability to win, first of all, and a less ceiling of talent ability, they're gonna lose. And that's what happened today. Barca are better physically, they have a more renowned press, they have better finishers, they have better wingers, they just overplay them. And Sarabia, I do think, if you, in that second half, change up your idea a little bit and dropped your line a little bit further down, it could have been a closer game in terms of you could have hit them on the counter more. Barcelona would have been maybe more tired, but you didn't do that. Flick, fair play. Barcelona, fair play. You are first. Tomorrow, Real Madrid plays Rayo Vallecano. I'm, of course, going to be doing a watch-along for that game. I couldn't do it today because I wasn't at home. But yeah, fair play to Barcelona. We can only close the gap once again. Yeah, what can we do, man? What can we do? Elche wasn't enough. Alvaro Rodriguez, hey, that Madrid bot strikes Barca. That's what I get. I get something from this game. I get something from this game. But it wasn't enough, as I said before. Fair play to Barcelona. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And tune in tomorrow for the Real Madrid Rayo watch along. Love you guys. Peace out.